Due to the graphic nature of this program, viewer discretion is advised.
Get him on IV fluid.
Milwaukee Emergency Center for Animals Television is brought to you by HAWS, the Humane Animal Welfare Society of Waukesha County, leading the community in animal welfare and assuring sanctuary for animals in need. Metropolitan Fence, we're always on the level. And Camp Bow Wow, premier doggy day and overnight camps.
This is a 5, 6, 7, 8-year-old kitty, female spayed, that presented for shock, basically, and not doing well, not eating, not drinking, very lethargic for days. So the owner brought in, the cat was very sick when she brought it in. Dr. Shimon brought the kitty in and put her into the incubator because her temperature was way below normal. It was about a 92 degrees Fahrenheit, which is way under normal. Normal temperature in a cat is around 100 to 102.5. So they warmed her up, and at that time we didn't really get any blood, or we couldn't get a catheter in because the cat was so cold. When they attempted to get a catheter in and get some blood work, the cat actually coded, went into respiratory arrest and cardiac arrest. They quickly intubated the little kitty, put a tube down the throat and into the respiratory tract, down the trachea, and then started giving oxygen to the kitty with this ambu bag. So this is hooked up to oxygen, and then it's running oxygen through this bag, and they were compressing and giving pure oxygen down an endotracheal tube. And then they got the catheter in, the IV catheter in, and started running fluids, and then they came to us with the blood work, and we realized that the cat was in renal failure and had a very high potassium because the kidney failure was so drastic. So it's called hyperkalemia, azotemia, so means a very high potassium along with renal failure. But the cat went into arrest. We were able to bring her back. We gave her some calcium, so we protected the heart with calcium. And then we gave some insulin and dextrose, which helps bring the potassium down. We breathed for a little bit, and then she started fighting the breathing tube, so we removed the breathing tube, and now she's just on pure oxygen, you can see. And she's taking breaths on her own. So we were able to bring her back, and now we're giving her high levels of fluid therapy to try to bring her kidney values down and also try to bring her potassium down. We also have her on heat support right now because she was so cold. We've brought her temperature up to about a 99 degrees Fahrenheit now. So everything looks like a little bit better prognosis. Now we just have to determine why is she in this kidney failure at such a young age. What Chad is doing right now is he's shaving an area on all 3 paws so that once the cat starts to wake up completely, instead of having these EKG connections, they pinch, just like they would pinch your skin, and it really hurts. So because the cat was in cardiac arrest and we were trying to work quickly, we just put him right on the skin. Now once the cat wakes up, we're going to put these little sticky attachments to his legs, and then we'll hook the EKG, each of these, onto his legs like this so it doesn't hurt him. And then he'll be able to sleep in his cage in comfort. And we'll be able to record the EKG continuously all through the night so everybody can pay attention that he's still alive and still doing well.
Well, this is a terrific story to tell with Target. He's a great patient. Target is a cat that came in last week and was blocked or had an obstruction of his urinary tract. He couldn't urinate, and we passed a urinary catheter in Target so that the urine would flow out of his bladder. Unfortunately, he was so severely blocked that his kidneys were affected by the blockage or obstruction, and he needed to stay here for days and days and days so that his kidney values would come back down to a normal range. Today we did some blood work and the values were normal. The BUN and creatinine were normal. So we pulled the urinary catheter, and Target's been urinating all day, and as you can see, he's very happy about going home. The owners will be coming in shortly to pick him up. So we're real happy about this with Target. He's a very, very nice patient, and he's a great cat.
We're so excited because this is the 4th annual Mecca Vesta Canine Dog Fest, and we've got a lot of people coming already. We've got food. Nora Collins is here. We have agility training in the back, and the Brewers are coming. 10 Brewer players are going to be here at 11:30. And then Jared Abradaris, the Packer player, is coming. So we're super excited. You can buy t-shirts, you can take a hospital tour. Lots of stuff going on today. We're having a great time already.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Bill Burkert. I'm the parish priest at Our Lady of Lourdes, and I've been asked here to celebrate the ritual of blessing the animals. It's a tradition within the Catholic community in honor of St. Francis. As part of it, I will come and lay my hand on those dogs or cats or tarantulas or whatever else we have here. I will lay my hand on their head as a part of the blessing. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. May God, who is wonderful in all his works, be with every one of you. And so we begin our prayer this morning remembering St. Francis of Assisi, who had a joyful and deep reverence for creation. As we remember the life of Francis, let us renew our love of all God's creation, great and small. Great God, you have gifted us with a presence in our lives to save us from ourselves. You have given us animals whose lives speak to us. Give us, great and gentle God, a caring appreciation of those creatures who model for us your companionship and protection, as well as your personal care. We have seen in them, loving God, the stability of commitment and the greatness of trust. For the joy they have brought us and the faith in humanity they have shown us, we thank you, our God. In them we sense the goodness of the cosmos and the graciousness of creation, and insight into the sacredness of our own animal nature. For that we are forever grateful.
Milwaukee Emergency Center for Animals Television is brought to you by HAWS, the Humane Animal Welfare Society of Waukesha County. Metropolitan Fence, we're always on the level. And Camp Bow Wow, premier doggy day and overnight camps. And now, a word from our sponsors.
Welcome to Camp Bow Wow in Waukesha, the premier doggy day and overnight camp where a dog can be a dog. Our campers play all day in our 4 large indoor and 4 outdoor play yards. Watch your pup from anywhere in the world on our high-speed camper cams. Our certified camp counselors, spacious cabins with comfy cots, pup pools, and outdoor play equipment ensure that your pup has a great time. We're open 365 days per year for your convenience. Stop in for a tour and book a reservation for your dog's free day of camp. Visit campbowwow.com/Waukesha or call 262-547-WOOF for more information.
At Metropolitan Fence, we have been keeping your children and pets safe in southeastern Wisconsin for over 27 years. We offer a full line of residential and commercial fencing, from vinyl, wood, ornamental, and chain link. For a free estimate, please call us at 262-547-6001 or visit us online at metrofence.biz. And remember, we are always on the level.
The Humane Animal Welfare Society of Waukesha is so much more than a shelter. Our adoption staff, animal caregivers, and behavior department ensure the best possible adoptive companion. Our spay-neuter programs actively combat pet overpopulation in our area, and our animal rescue team safely returns lost pets back home. Paws does one-on-one consultations, holds a variety of training classes and seminars, and even hosts camps for kids. Our shelter is and always has been open admissions and full service, providing resources for pets and their people for a happy lifetime together. Pause. We're building a society that's humane.
Boarding, grooming, training, and more. When it comes to your pet, Animal Motel is their home away from home. At Animal Motel, we offer a top-of-the-line facility with boarding suites for both dogs and cats, outdoor play yards, a training hall, and so much more. Whether they're here for obedience training, grooming, or an extended stay, we promise your dog and cat will be part of our family. Animal Motel. Personalized care for your precious pets.
Looking to get some training for your dog? For Pet's Sake is your one-stop dog training center. We offer all-inclusive obedience training, canine sports training, specialty classes, and more. We provide training classes in 3 convenient locations with our main facility in Mugwanago, which boasts a fully matted 5,200 square foot training hall. While in Mugwanago, check out our Bichon Buddy Rescue and take home your new pet. Bichon and Little Buddies Rescue takes in Bichons, other small dog breeds, and cats that need to be rehomed for various reasons.
We've got an older cat that presented for not wanting to eat for a prolonged time, about a month. It responded to an appetite stimulant first initially, and then it just kept losing weight and stopped eating again once we stopped the appetite stimulant. So we realized that when we looked on ultrasound, the bowel loops, the intestinal loops were very thickened. So we decided that either this cat had an inflammatory bowel disease or some kind of tumor or neoplasia. So we put a scope in. This is an endoscope that shows the picture on the screen there, and that's the stomach wall right here, and our instrument, our biopsy instrument, is inside these intestines. And now he's going to open up the instrument, and we're going to take a sample, close, and then we're going to get a piece of the intestinal tissue with the scope. So it's this long all the way down to the intestines. And then the piece of tissue is in here between the... And so the scope is going all the way down, show them, Chad, all the way down the mouth, in through, explain where it's going, down the esophagus?
Down the esophagus, into the abdomen, and then we go out of the abdomen right into the intestines. Sometimes you can actually see the light from the endoscope through the abdomen wall, so kind of help you know where you are.
Open. Close.
Close.
Open.
Open.
Close.
Close.
long ways down there. Open. Good piece. So the pink tissue right here is a piece of the intestines. And then we'll send that to the lab to be analyzed to see what is inside this cat that's making him not want to eat and losing so much weight. And then what they do here is they try to take a little bit of saline and then push the sample into formaldehyde. And then these tiny little pieces here will be evaluated for cancer or inflammatory bowel disease. Amazing. Wow, take one more sample. So it's essentially a long tube. At the end has a light that's shining inside the intestines. And then there's another tube that runs right along with this tube that has a channel. It's a channel for the biopsy instrument. Okay, open. See the biopsy instrument right there, the silver. Now we're going to try to get our sample. Close.
Close.
Open.
Open.
Close.
Close.
And then we'll go into the colon too and get samples in the colon. So upper and lower GI study. Good. That'll be the last sample. So you can swish this in there. Because we're gonna. And then we pull out the tube slowly but surely out of the cat's mouth, out of the intestines, out of the stomach, through the esophagus, and out of the mouth. And that's the very end. Shows the tip of the scope.
The premier doggy day and overnight camp where a dog can be a dog. Our campers play all day in our 4 large indoor and 4 outdoor play yards. Watch your pup from anywhere in the world at our high-speed camper cams. Our certified camp counselors, spacious cabins with comfy cots, pup pools, and outdoor play equipment ensure that your pup has a great time. We're open 365 days per year for your convenience. Stop in for a tour and book a reservation for your dog's free day of camp. Visit campbowwow.com/Waukesha or call 262-547-WOOF for more information.
Because you love him completely, because he is part of your family. When your pet needs emergency care, you want the very best trauma and critical care specialist standing by. You know there's only one place you can trust and always count on.
I test Mega and Dr. Dale Crescent for the medical care for Bailey.
Dr. Crescent and I are very happy that we were able to provide medical care for Bailey and all the other Milwaukee Brewer player pets.
At Metropolitan Fence, we have been keeping your children and pets safe in southeastern Wisconsin for over 27 years. We offer a full line of residential and commercial fencing, from vinyl, wood, ornamental, and chain link. For a free estimate, please call us at 262-547-6001 or visit us online at metrofence.biz. And remember, we are always on the level.
For over a decade, Fetch magazine has examined the unique bond humans have with their canine companions by publishing popular dog-related topics. With a strong commitment to dogs in need, Fetch also prints local adoptables in each issue, supplies affordable advertising to businesses, and gives rescues 30% off of ads. This year, Fetch is offering $15 subscriptions for your convenience. For more information, visit www.fetchmag.com or pick up your free copy at a local pet establishment near you. Go Fetch!
This is a 3-year-old female chicken. Hi, Chick Chick. That is the Milwaukee Zoo. They bring this chicken to the Milwaukee Zoo and she does tricks for the children. So she's a trick chicken. So she's not just a plain old chicken, she's a trick chicken. But she does produce eggs, and what happened is her crop got distended with food, and she couldn't empty it. So we're still having problems. Her crop is right here. It's the first part of the stomach, and it's not emptying very well. So its crop is your first part of the chicken's stomach. So they have the crop, then they have the proventriculus, and then the ventriculus. So 3 parts to the stomach, just like all other birds. And so she's kind of weak because what happened with her is, I don't think she's ever had a blanket around her in her life, but we keep her in a little blanket. What happened to her is normally when they produce eggs, the egg comes from the ovary and then passes into the fallopian tube, just like a woman's egg passes into your fallopian tube and then into your uterus. And like in women, you can have an ectopic pregnancy. It means your baby is forming inside of your abdomen. This can happen in birds too. So what happens, the yolk part normally passes into the uterus, and as it passes along the uterus, shell forms around it, and then you get the egg. In this particular case, what happened is the yolk came from the ovary and missed the fallopian tube and went right into the abdomen and then squashed into a big yolk in the abdominal cavity or coelomic cavity. So she's got yolk inside her coelomic cavity, and that's really inflammatory. So yesterday we pulled off with a needle, we put into the coelomic cavity, and we pulled off about 150 cc's of yolk. And we're giving a non-steroidal for the inflammation there and tube feeding her, and we're hoping that she's going to get better with that treatment. We started out 4 years ago to vest every single canine police dog in Wisconsin. And then we went one step further and we decided that we're going to start buying dogs for them too, because each dog costs $25,000. They come from Europe, are transported over here, and then they're trained for each one of the guys, and they become the guy's life partner. These dogs are heroes. They are the first responders in any crime scene, so think about it. They're the first ones that go out and the first ones that are going to be stabbed or shot at a crime scene. So this year we were able to vest 3 dogs. One was the Milwaukee Police Department dog, Agu, the Greenfield dog, DJ, and then the Green Bay dog, George, who his human partner is Derek over here. And so thank you all for coming. They're going to put on their first police demonstration. Thank you to all the canine police dogs and sheriff department for being here today and for protecting us and all society.
First thing we're going to do is we're going to do some narcotics search. And just so everybody knows, along with one of the bags having narcotics in it, other bags have dog bones, candy, other distractions. And he has located it. Give him a big hand. Well, like I said, as you can see, he went right over the suitcases that had dog bones in it. A little agility here. Now, here comes Officer Tomaszewski. She's going to play our chew toy of the day. This is like the best toy they can have.
Oh, Nick. Oh.
Big round of applause. We're going to do some obedience around the bite, sir. This is very, very important for the dog to know when to bite and when not to bite.
Oh.
This just doesn't come overnight. A new dog is always going to want to take that bite because that's ingrained into them. And it's fun for them, so they want to do that. So to be able to take a bite and then go into obedience like this is very difficult. It takes a lot of training. And obviously, you can see the focus that the dog has on the handler. You got to remember the use of force on a canine. When we release our dog, and if he's going to apprehend someone, that's actually the officer's decision, not the dog. Because the dog, in theory, is supposed to be well enough trained that the handler makes all the calls. To be a canine handler, you know, it's one of those things you got to have a love of dogs. When I started with the department, I knew I wanted to be involved with the dog program. Didn't know where it was going to take me, but that was my first inquiry: how do I get involved? As Officer Komaszewski is in the bite suit, that's where most of us start out. You got to be on the working end of the dog. You got to take a lot of bites from a lot of dogs before you get to handle one. One, it shows your dedication. Two, it gives you a little experience on how the dogs work and how they react. That's what we want. Just having a dog at home doesn't really qualify you to be a canine handler because they're two different things. My house dogs are just not like my canine. They just don't have that type of training.
I'm Nora Collins. I'm a singer-songwriter from Milwaukee and very happy to be a part of this great event today. I just released my brand new CD, which I recorded down in Nashville with some amazing musicians. I'm so proud of it. I either wrote or co-wrote every single song, and it's just a fun summer album, and so I'm so excited for people to hear my songs fully produced. That's why I think that this event is so important, and it's such a worthy cause, because, you know, these dogs, they unselfishly, you know, serve and protect us, and they should be appreciated, you know, the way that human officers are. So very happy to be and proud to be a part of this great event.
Today's show was brought to you by HAWS, the Humane Animal Welfare Society of Waukesha County, leading the community in animal welfare and assuring sanctuary for animals in need. Metropolitan Fence, we're always on the level. And Camp Bow Wow, premier doggy day and overnight camps.